tabletop time!
That was very loud.
That was.
Rip.
I'm into it. Come on,
Headphone
guys.
users.
We should do
Sucks to
it
be you.
like the announcer for, WrestleMania or something. Yeah, let's get ready to rumble! It's tabletop
copyright.
time!
That's copyright.
What? Saying it like, using different words, but saying it like that.
That phrase is that it's ready. That's the
Yeah, the phrase, but we can substitute it with...
I'm Jazza from Joe with Jazza.
I'm Rob.
I'm Shad from I Am Shad.
And I'm eating. I'm Mackie.
Hi, eating. I'm Jazza from Joe with Jazza.
I want to redo mine.
Guys,
I'm Shad from I Am Shad.
Fantastic.
we know. Trust me.
All right.
We know.
So, at the moment, what are we doing?
Showing fan art.
We're showing fan art.
This is
for
by
our
Mr.
campaign.
Doctor or Sir Mr. Doctor on Twitter, and this is their entry to Rob's Bestiary to Elan, and this is the Yaggoth.
The Yaggoth. You
Yaggoth.
can check out more of these on the forum. It's pretty
Very
There's about
cool.
5 or 6 entries.
Another
so
creature in the land of Elan. What's
Elan.
Etora?
Etora is an area.
Oh yeah, in Elan.
In fact, it's actually where these things are from.
Yay!
Coincidentally.
That being
Art
said,
of Nim did the fox. Is there something new for fan art?
Yeah, there's a heap of
on the forums.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So check it out. But if you have fan art, submit it to us at It's Tabletop Time on Twitter, and we'll retweet
No,
favorite.
it's tabletop
It's
time.
tabletop.
It's just tabletop time.
See, and this is why I do that.
I was the worst, and
It's tabletop
I need to see if
time,
I can change
not
that.
at It's Tabletop Time. Not it's at Tabletop
That's the
Time.
worst.
At Tabletop Time.
Anyways, okay, but in the meantime,
Holy
send us fan art, but we're using Cogent Roleplay. Rob, do you want to tell us about Cogent Roleplay?
It's cool. It's a homebrew system developed by these two.
Jerks.
Yep. It's very easy to pick
My
up.
brain doesn't work right.
Don't let that dissuade you. It's
It's
free.
really good.
It's free, and if he can use it, so can you.
That's right.
So yeah, check it out. There's some free little supplementary content in there, but it's open, so you can use it on any kind of setting you want to. It's really handy, and it's what we're using tonight.
You can also catch us on YouTube. We publish these, but also stream it on Twitch, and it's twitchtv.com/
It's
Tabletop
Time.
Time.
And on
Twitch.tv.
SoundCloud, we have a podcast at / It's Tabletop Time. Fuck!
It's
I need to fix this shit. But anyways,
You need to make an overlay at the start of your YouTube videos. You can just pop up because we just
I really do.
waffle on for 5 minutes.
There's more than just the Yago. There was
But,
three.
Anyways, picking up where we left off,
Okay.
which happens to be in the town of
Drad.
Drad, which is
What?
northwest east of Durham.
Can I suggest something to help things speed along? Could you say maybe 2 or 3 days have passed? Because Lily wouldn't really be doing much, and so
She's probably grieving,
yeah.
and we are probably debriefing from our big slaughter mission.
And they would be interested in finding out what happened to the stronghold barracks thing.
Yep.
Cool. So should we sort of cover what's happened in the last few days? Like, I probably feel like my character. Wait, where is he? Not him. I probably feel a bit of a responsibility for La, even though he can obviously take care of himself. He's never really been out in the big wide world, so I sort of check on him and like to make sure he feels accommodated and whatnot before I.
It hasn't happened yet. I was going to say, let's be honest, you'd probably start coming to me for breakfast because Lily's cooking shit, but we don't know that.
I don't know that yet. You don't know anything.
We have to learn that firsthand.
Alright, so basically you'll come and visit me. Oh,
Yeah, I do that sort of intermittently and spend time with you, and I also, of course, spend time teaching you to read and write, which obviously is a time-consuming
So
process.
I'm like your pet project, basically.
Well, yes, but you're also my friend.
Okay.
So I feel like I have a fatherly feeling towards you, like you sort of like.
How old is your character?
It's like mid-30s,
Okay,
36.
10 years. Yeah, okay. That would happen. Bit of
Yeah.
mentorship happening.
Yeah.
Do you ever partake in any substances?
I probably join in a little bit of the recreational
Herb.
Is it illegal?
calming herb
No.
smoking.
Alright, fantastic.
It's not generally known though.
What's it called? Like parawana or?
Consider
Para.
It's not well known. I would say you are one of the few people that know it exists.
Wow, you could become.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you can start like a ring.
You're
Like,
yeah, you've got easy, finance plan right there.
I would say you actually cultivate it rather than it finding it.
Yeah, I mix it with
But
like
he's
a
on the
bunch of
road
other
all the
things.
time. Where the hell does he grow it?
You all have holdings in different areas.
Okay.
Well,
And I have
you
a-
maybe not. Everyone
No.
I have a massive pouch of
when we recruited him, he was just like, "Wait, let me grab all my weed." It's like got like loads of portable carts of like.
Actually,
see that pouch he's got on his belt?
Did the
That's just an
mercenary group
entire sack of
she was with
compressed
Well,
food.
this
have any
thing.
permanent resources or
more or less
things.
just food. There was a trade route that came in and brought food to you every so often, but
yeah, but they would have been getting money off their work and stuff that they would have either held somewhere or invested in something.
Yep.
I'm guessing. So would that default fall to her then?
no,
No.
not unless you grabbed it. I don't think you would have.
No, she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, just wondering.
So then, how much? What's her commerce points?
It'd be like 0.
Really?
Almost none.
You haven't put down Destiny points
Destiny
either,
points,
though.
bro.
Well,
So put down 3, but
do spin off La drugs that come.
cool.
We-
So
we,
what
we
does
basically become a drug running ring.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
what
sorry.
does Ryden and Leon and
Right, okay, so
Get
for the
up to.
past few days, I would say Relic really hasn't stopped drinking, but he's very antsy to get a move on and go get his money.
yeah?
Does he continue to pay his tab for every single day?
Depends, would you be sick of paying his tab for every single day?
Does he pay me back from the first day?
No.
Ever? Does he ever pay him back?
No.
Well, then I if he doesn't pay me back the next day, I do have a word with the barkeep and say, I won't be covering his tab anymore. So if you don't want to
Take it up with him.
look after it.
There would be another bill that might have appeared as a bit of a surprise to your character.
Yeah, which is what?
Well, Lily, she would have basically spent the first full day completely comatose in just staring at the wall in misery and shock for what happened. Then when she starts to bring herself out of it, she would have realised that she is insanely, incredibly hungry. Food. And so she would have just burled downstairs into the inn. Where's the food? And, if there was like a meal on a table, she would have pushed aside whoever was there and just start hoeing in and then be like, get whatever's in the kitchen and bring it out now.
At this point, I'm assuming the bartender will have looked at me sort of
If you were there.
if I was there,
I think he definitely would have approached you when you'd gotten back if you weren't there at the time.
Yeah, I have no qualms covering her. It's important to nourish yourself when recovering from wounds and trauma.
So yeah, you know what Ralik's been up to? I would say Ryden has mostly just been hitting on the ladies of the village. It's slim pickings, but he's doing his best. He has disappeared for a night or two. Yeah.
My man.
Yep. And Leon is amassing a veritable fortune in gambling.
Oh, God.
As in he's making money or losing money?
He's making money.
Oh, he is amassing. Okay.
Fantastic.
He's good at it then.
Yeah,
He cheats.
maybe.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And so at the end of the 3 days, that's when Lily finally emerges from the inn. So she only really appeared from the room to eat. She would have eaten them out of house and home, returned, and probably done that a couple more times over the next few days. But then finally,
I
she would have pulled
sort
herself
of,
together enough.
yeah, I'd be keeping my distance, but sort of watching her behaviour until like she starts to seem more approachable and personable.
Well, what she would do, like after when she finally pulls herself together, the first person she would go to would be you, because she's already picked up that you're the one who's been taking care of her and stuff. And so I don't know where you would have been at the time.
If I'm not with La, I'm probably in the inn reading or outside reading somewhere.
Well, if you're in the inn, she would have walked up kind of timidly and sat down at the table across from you, be like, thanks, for what you did.
I peer over my spectacles and look up from my book and I say, it's the least I could do.
No, it wasn't. Most people would just leave, strays for dead.
Well, I'm sorry that you have known only people like that.
I haven't. I knew good people. She starts to sniffle when she says that. Like,
You've been through some hard times then.
harder than the other ones. And then she says the name of the fortress. You need to name this place.
It's one of many fortresses.
Sprugenville!
Sprugenville.
It's one of the many fortresses on
She
that
goes
border.
out and like, Sprugenville.
don't do that, dude. No, we've got to maintain the seriousness.
Sprugenville.
Sprugenville has fallen!
Call it Cauldron. That'll do.
This is what happens when you leave us to our own devices.
Sprugenville it is.
No.
Call it Cauldron. That's better.
Yes,
Isn't that the place in Diablo?
No,
That's
Chaldean.
That's
Tristram.
And
Chaldean.
Yeah.
Caldrum works.
Cauldron.
She's like, Cauldron has fallen.
Caldrum. One of the outposts in the wastelands.
We were overrun.
Did
By
we walk
wastelanders.
past this in our interaction on our job at all?
No.
Have we heard of it?
Yeah, you would have. You would not have.
Okay.
You being me, and
Yeah.
you would not have been Maggie.
Carter would have. I would not have.
I was with the Iron Dog mercenaries. There was a couple of other mercenaries groups stationed there, as well as some of the royal soldiers. Largest wasteland army I've ever seen. Came and overran us. They're all dead. Didn't you see them? They would have come over the mountain. That's where they were headed.
Have they come over the mountain? Did they pass you when you headed here?
They were long gone before I woke up.
Ahead of you?
Do you remember what they said? My character would. Shad doesn't.
Yeah, you heard them screaming, "Get the hell out of here! They're coming for us!"
The Wasteland is saying that.
More or less, yeah. They're trying to get out of the wastelands.
Yeah. They're running.
Yeah.
Something.
Have I seen anyone coming over the hill?
So do you want to swallow the chips that you've stuffed your food? While you speak, can I have some chips?
Yeah.
Cheers, bro.
Sorry, I was sitting there just watching.
No, you haven't seen anything.
So me,
No.
my hawk, which by the way every morning will come back and like sleep on my shoulder and stuff.
And tell you, I saw nothing last night, master.
You've seen...
So I'm not.
Your hawk has seen absolutely nothing. I mean, you look to the west,
Like
you
I
see
said.
a mountain, you see hills, and it's very stormy above it, but that's about it.
As a band of warriors, excluding Shad for the moment because he's not technically in the group as a initiated member. As a group, are we loyal to the crown or anything? Do we have any loyalties or?
We're mercenaries.
Yeah, but you're like a relatively noble person, whereas my character's just like a brute. So
Yeah, it depends on the background of your character. If they have any, loyalties.
Political
My-
affiliations.
my-
I don't think we're like for king and country, but you're probably
really have any
in favour of
political-
not being a dick. You know, like we all have our
Yeah.
motives, and I'm
You want
like,
to protect the animals and the trees.
and you want to
That's
see
true.
the world and find new things you haven't seen in nature and animals.
do people perceive the wastelanders to destroy nature?
No, they just like killing people.
I have no.
People are nature, technically.
No,
It's
my
a form
character.
of life.
My character perceives nature above that of humans.
But they're animals too. Humans are animals.
Doesn't matter. That's my ideals. It's right here.
Alrighty.
I idolize nature. Alright, so we have no real motivation to stop the army other than saving this tiny little town.
Yeah.
I'm not here for this conversation, so continue.
Well, Lily, she says, something was chasing them. They were running away from something.
From the wasteland.
I heard one of them say, let's get the hell out of here. They were running. And no one has seen the Wastelanders. I'm assuming there was only one pass through the mountains in this area. I'm assuming there was only one pass. There's only one pass through the mountains. They had to have come this way.
Can I make a scholar roll to see if I have read or heard anything to do with wastelanders running from something or their fear or whatever? What would it be?
The challenge level,
Yeah. Could you get me the dice it fell? I think it's behind
Do you have like contacts that give you information or anything
Errol.
besides him?
Well, no, but he just sort of, he's a sponge, so...
He
8.
senses a soul in search of answers.
Okay, obviously I don't. Although I might get a perfect roll at... No, I didn't get it.
What you do know is that there's been a large increase in the amount of wastelanders that had been coming through the passes recently. Like, larger than normal.
And there's not a massive increase in the King's army down here.
Well, like, he's trying to send as many people as he can, but, you know, can only do so much.
Well, I'm not in this conversation,
Yeah.
so you guys are either going to tell me or...
Well, that's up to Carter.
Where are you all at the moment?
We're
in-
but in the inn.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just sort of talking at a table.
I'm restocking my arrows, so I'll have a full stock of arrows and then some on... Because I've got a quiver on Twee as well.
Where are you?
I'm on at the...
He's chilling out smoking weed, bro.
Yeah, on the hillside.
West or east of the town? Or north or south?
Towards the hills,
East.
where I met fucking Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like camped out that part away
Fair
from
enough.
town so people don't get scared of me.
Cool.
That's concerning, but I'm quite concerned about you, child. You seem to be fairly traumatized. Who have you lost?
She starts to tear up. And she just gets up and walks out of the inn crying.
But
That's a sore topic to bring up.
before she immediately leaves, because I know that I've touched a nerve, and I'm like, I apologize if I've been insensitive. And
She's like, I'll be fine.
as she's starting to walk away, I say, if you need to talk, I am here. And I continue reading.
As you say that, she turns around, walks, pulls up a chair right next to you, and starts to bare her soul. Like, and he goes through name on name, and he got dismembered. His reply was written from his thing.
At this point, everyone's looking over at you.
I turn to Lily, I'm like, come with me, we'll find a room where we can talk in peace. And I turn to the innkeeper, I'm like, if we could have a... Wait, no, we'll just head to her room. That makes more sense. We head to her room. We sit down.
Yeah.
She's like 10 years old. We're not repeating this!
16.
Well, you know. But in my eyes, basically, you know, like...
Yeah.
It's like a wounded little bird. Yeah.
Anyway, so they're having heart and soul. Or Lily is, going through everything. She's found a shoulder to cry on, metaphorically, and so she's just letting it all out, talking to someone about it.
Can you roll perception? How far away from the inn are you, do you reckon?
Oh. The town's built pretty close together, or
Yeah,
is it?
very close.
I don't know. I'd probably be 150 meters away.
Cool. Challenge level 3.
Yeah, I hear. Or
Okay.
see
So
or-
you see 4 horsemen in black regalia riding into town, and they dismount outside the stables next to the inn, hand their horses, and then walk inside the inn.
Does that mean they're guards of the king or something?
You don't know.
Don't know.
So my character's never encountered these sorts of people before.
No, not really.
I turn to Lily at the end of our conversation after she's unloading everything, and I...
Yeah, she'll be a blubbering mess.
Yeah,
like
I can imagine.
Snot, tears, like
I ask her gently, I'm like, do you mind if I place my hand on your shoulder, or would you prefer I...
she's like, don't touch me!
I say it gently
I know.
enough that she doesn't need to freak out at me by
No,
asking gently.
Phobia.
I
Your
understand,
hand was
but I
raised
haven't
and
done
moving.
anything.
Okay, but was your hand raised?
You don't need to go...
Oh.
If I go,
What, was your hand raised and moving?
no,
towards her?
I'm
Okay.
paying attention and gently...
Well, then she'd be like, don't touch.
I understand. I'm just getting a feel for what this person's like.
Yeah.
You don't need to, like, blast me.
That wasn't blasting you. That was me trying to be in
It
character.
was a
so
very
honest
loud reaction to a very
used to that.
subtle thing. Yeah, I'm imagining I might have to. I say, we unfortunately will have to move out in the next day or two, but if you have no one
She
nearby,
cuts you in. She's like, I suppose I'll have to find another mercenary group.
Where are we going to find that?
That's honestly what she would say. That once that comes up, that's all she's known.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you. You hear yelling downstairs.
wait, let me finish what I was going to say because it's very short. I was just going to say, if you want until you find who you need to meet or whatever, we can protect you, and if you want to travel with us.
Who are you?
Well, we are known by various names, but some call us the Blood Brothers.
Now I interrupt you.
Okay.
Okay, you hear yelling downstairs, very loud. What do you mean you don't have any rooms available? Do you know who I am? Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Lily looks down and she looks at you and is like, that sounds awfully rude.
Then you hear Relic yelling, shut up.
I may need to return to this conversation at another time, knowing how Relic's temper might turn things. And I gently but briskly end the conversation and head down to the
Feeling
main
that
area.
there might be some skulls needing to be cracked, Lily dresses in her armor.
I don't notice this because I will have walked out already. So I head out alone. I assume at this point Lily's sort of staying and sort of crying. And
No, she's following you.
I don't know that, but I'm just sort of pointing out what's in my head and I head
And
off.
just to fill you in what's going through Lily's head, after everything she's been through, cracking a skull would be pure therapy for her.
Okay.
Like, that would really do... Like, that's what she needs to do, to, let off some steam.
Alright, what's happening, Rob? These
Are you downstairs
walls are
yet?
downstairs?
So you basically walk downstairs, and Relic is up out of his seat, staring down at these people in their black armor, and Raiden is next to him, hands ready on his swords just in case. Yeah. And basically what's happened is they've been yelling. You've heard it for a while. More or less, the barkeep has been denying them a place to stay because they're booked out because you guys are there. Anyway. And that was when Relic got pissed off, and he's just like, some of us have been drinking, and we're nursing pretty bad hangovers. Can you shut up? More or less. And guys in the back are just like, this is unacceptable. I'm a messenger from the king. No, wait, no. I'm a messenger from Lord Moral Visick. Got that wrong. I'm a little nervous. Anyway,
You should be. We're judging you.
I know, everyone's judging me. It's awkward. Anyway.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So they're getting into a heated argument. It's at this point that Relic pulls out his sword and says, piss off.
I step in at this point. I'm like, for the sake of diplomacy, I'm going to interject here and suggest that to de-escalate, you step outside and sort the issue out amongst yourself. Seemingly, there is no more room at this inn for tonight.
When I perceive before the yelling, do I...
You couldn't hear that.
Okay, so I don't notice the escalation.
That's what happens with being outside all the time.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what my character would be doing.
That
He's
makes
sitting
sense.
outside
I
of
feel
the
bad though. I feel like, anyway.
Right. Also, when Relic put his hand on his sword, they all drawed their weapons. They're all also just using kind of...
Are they outside yet?
No, they're all inside.
So they didn't go outside.
No, they completely ignored you.
I maintain. I break eye contact. Sorry, I don't break. I step in a somewhat intrusive way that would break this tension, and warningly look at the person that looks like their leader, and say, with all sincerity, I recommend you cease this path of action, or your friends will regret it, including yourself.
That's where you say, let's step outside if they have a problem. Destiny?
I'm just thinking about how to say what I want to say. By order of Lord Visick, this is what he says to you. By order of Lord Visick, I sentence you to death for impeding the Lord's justice.
I take a breath and I look at Relic and I say, I suppose they won't be reasoned with, and I step back, sort of allowing them to do their thing.
He was talking to you.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but also, Relic was about to kick some ass, so I step away from breaking that fight.
Right. Relic grabs the main one and just headbutts him. May as well do a combat roll, but the guy wasn't ready for it, so it's kind of pointless. He's about to fucking destroy someone. Yeah.
In terms of fighting, who's the best physical fighter in the group?
That's relative.
Yeah, it depends what you mean.
Depends what sort of fight and what is the desired outcome.
In like,
If it's heavy lifting while moving slightly fast and using the help of a 4-point in strength bear, then probably La. But if it's reacting really fast and being nimble and slicing people up, probably Relic.
the most part,
Raiden. Huh?
Is dice cam on?
Yes, but not
Okay.
big enough. But go on.
Right. So if anyone's wondering, that is Relic's roll to grab and headbutt.
4. Yep.
Of course, kind of unaware. So he goes to the ground, and it's at this point the rest of them attack you.
Me.
Yeah, with you, Relic, and Raiden.
So who attacks who?
You each get one charge, use you each, pretty much.
do you interject in any way?
Yeah, well, I would have come down by now and seen a fight.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Kind of walking up casually.
I walk outside. I just as soon as they start attacking me, like I just head
Are you
outside.
on guard when you're doing this? Or?
Yeah. I might be walking backwards and parrying or whatever, but I'm trying to show some respect to the inn that's taken care of us for several days.
Okay, yeah. Everyone else in the inn is kind of hiding. Barkeep and the maids have jumped behind the counter, and some of them are hiding in the kitchen. All the guests are like up against the wall. The bard has evidently stopped playing.
I move faster,
Can I see
heading
that they were
out.
trying to attack him? Is that obvious?
Were you down the stairs when it happened?
Yeah.
I would say you've seen that.
Oh, okay. Well, now I know who to try and kill.
As I head outside, I try and move briskly so that they follow me outside pretty quickly. But to try and speed it up, I sigh to myself that it's unfortunate that I have to do things like this. But I say, "Your mother's a whore," and I continue. I like.
Did you just say that?
Yes.
Oof, okay. Okay. Right. Do you want to get some sword fighting rolls going on now?
Yeah,
What's
let's
your
do it.
reflex?
Well, declarations by reflex.
Okay, so I'm no reflex.
Oh, they've got one.
So I declare first.
Declare first.
I've no
I've
reflex
made
either.
my declaration.
Are they outside yet?
I would say the one that's following you has made it outside, yes.
Well, I have a big shield on my back.
Yes.
So I have my arm behind me, latching onto the shield, ready to pull it out, but at the moment I'm using it to shield my back. And I'm moving briskly in a point where they can't reach me with melee weapons, and I'm...
Have they even
Heading
noticed
outside.
me?
I would say no.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna.
There's one on the ground, like, clutching his face because his nose is broken. And he's, like, screaming, but
Yep.
and the other two are engaging.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the nearest one with my greatsword, kind of casually, and then just.
Jesus
Get
Christ.
to this because he's currently in a fight with someone else.
Which means.
So you were just walking outside with your
Flanking.
shield.
Yeah.
The shield behind you trying to block all. And it's a big shield.
It's a very big shield.
How big are we talking?
Oh, well.
It fits through a
It's
door?
on my back, it goes from sort of the middle of my head down to sort of near my calves.
Sounds like a kite shield.
It's
a
sound
circle,
shield.
but-
It's a round one, but they do come pretty damn big.
It's very big. Like when I hold it in front of me, I can, if I crouch, shield almost my whole
It's
body.
the size of a Spartan shield.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. They cut your leg.
From
You haven't made any rolls.
They're going to cut your leg.
Oh,
That's
you
the
roll
declaration.
for it.
I'm going to.
Yours is considered a large shield.
That being said, what is Relic and Leon's reflex?
They're not fighting. They're fighting different people. So you've got one person each going after you.
Is it
This is just one specifically dealing with you.
before you do this? What's whose reflex? And there's a guy outside at the moment, so I can see him. Or do I have to roll perception?
If he's walking out first, I'm pretty sure the entrance to the inn would be blocked by him. So you wouldn't see the guy behind him.
And there's no one behind him.
No, there's the guy following him out, but again, massive shield. Probably wouldn't see him.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm just at the moment I can see a big fuck off shield in the way, basically.
Mhm.
All
So one reflex goes better than you.
Sure.
I missed one.
Cool. So he got 2.
Wow. Right. Okay.
This is why you roll for it. You can't just say he cuts your legs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, he's going. That's his intention. He's going to try and cut
Okay,
your legs.
cool. So I just get a defense,
Yes.
which is my 3 plus 2 intelligence. And I think that's, what, it? and then I get a minus because I'm... Oh, no, he gets a +2 for flanking.
Ooh.
Is it plus...
Is it a flank?
Well, yeah, it's behind
It's
you.
definitely a flank. I'm like on my guard, but it's a flank.
4.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Does his shield count as being defending him? Because that reduces
I
injury
would say
by 3.
at this point, potentially not, because you're not looking at him, you're just walking away with your shield
That's a
behind
good
you.
point.
Yes, but I also have sort of greavy things.
Boats and hose.
I have like medium armor. So I was just going to say strength reduction because I'm a strong dude, but no, I don't have that. Okay. Well, this was a bad choice, but whatever.
You got cocky.
I got cocky.
I didn't say it's going to be tough.
I should, yeah. It was obviously a very unintelligent move, which is stupid because
Completely
my
out of character.
Yeah, which I wonder if there's like a
No
way I
destiny
can
points
counter
for
that.
you.
Is there like a way I can counter that?
Even intelligent people can make mistakes.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Your guy might be book smart and not other
Oh
smart.
wow. Okay. Well, what's my defense roll? It's just my base plus my.
3 plus your abilities,
Yeah.
plus weapon skill if you're using a weapon, plus weapon bonus if you're using a weapon.
Well, I'm a sword and board.
That's offensive.
No, it's also defensive, and it's the board.
Yeah.
So, like, if it counts, like I told you, I had my
That's true.
hand latched to the
Okay.
shield,
I'll
and
give
if
you
I
it.
react
I'll
well
give you
enough,
it.
I can
I'll
slam
give
it
you
to the
'cause I don't
ground.
want you dying. That would suck.
Well, no, I guess my point is I had it
Yeah,
hooked
you-
to my
you're
arm, and
using
I
it.
could
You're
slam it
actively-
down
yeah.
reflexively.
I visually
so-
can't picture how this is happening to a point where someone's behind him outside the door, but I still can't.
No, no,
see
no.
it.
He's not outside the door,
Imagine
he's-
they're walking through like an archway, and Carter is in front, facing that way, and his shield is on his back like that, and the other person's coming around. So the entrance is here. Inside the inn is here.
I'm
Oh,
walking
so-
out. They're following me out.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought
So
you
I'm
had
defending
sword
against-
armor.
Are they wearing armor?
Yes.
I'm defending against 4.
Yes, a 4.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I slam my shield down and block his cut.
Wow. Okay.
That means Jazz actually gets a point of victory over him.
Meaning a stagger, which mean I can...
No, you get to choose options, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can either minor injury or enter. I won't, because I'm not being aggressive. I won't be doing that. But do we have stagger on here?
Oh, we took that off
Why did we do that?
because it was actually a bit redundant when we started playing through it.
I would say you disarmed him.
That's actually like
'Cause,
level
like-
It's a level 2
3
victory.
I know, but you've just slammed his sword, which he's holding, into the ground. He'd be like,
Narrative-based decision.
yeah,
Okay, awesome.
yeah.
So I
Now-
slammed his sword down. He's disarmed.
To be fair, remember, if Rob chooses to disadvantage us
Yeah,
for a
I'm-
narrative reason, he has a right
obviously.
to as well.
Yeah. So at this point, my declaration, knowing that I've disarmed him, slam down. I turn around and repeat my relic friend's move and smack the hard part of my skull into his nose. Wait, is he wearing a helmet?
Yes.
Okay, I don't do that. That would be a stupid thing to do. I turn around and my sword, which is sheathed, I pull up and slam to the
you're
bottom.
gonna
of
pummel
this.
him?
Oh,
You know what that's called? Ending him rightly. I did that for you, Clausewitz. All for you, buddy.
Why do I feel this is really epic? Like I slam, disarm, and turn around and storm. Like
okay.
There's like a meme on the internet.
Can you roll for that?
I imagine it would be a normal sword and board attack, but without the ability to really cause a high level injury. Oh wait, no. If you knock
If you're
him
hitting
out.
here, it's a pretty soft spot. There's a
Like if you hit him right in the trachea or whatever.
You're using a weapon in a very awkward way. You wouldn't get nearly the full weapon bonus. That
Yeah,
would
but I'm wearing.
simplify it.
I'm
I'd say
wearing
he
my
doesn't get a
gloves.
weapon bonus. He just gets strength of hitting someone here.
I reckon if he lands the hit, Rob could allow a more severe injury, but landing the hit will be difficult. It's awkward.
It
So
may be a way. Maybe an easy way to do it would be to add a negative to the.
I would just take away the weapon bonus. The natural weapon
Well,
bonus.
no, because I'm.
No, the weapon bonus is there to be given when you're using it the way it's supposed to be used, the reach it offers and everything like that. You're trying to unsheath your sword with the pummel to knock someone in the chin.
Well,
It's very different.
While we wait.
I'm just trying to think, because you've declared and I have high reflex, so I would now declare what I would like to do.
So someone's
that's
trying
a
to keep you
difficult
under
thing
the
to
door.
like the reflex. Is very advantageous.
I guess you wouldn't the natural reaction, Chad, to be to try and move your
to
head
dodge.
out?
That's what I'm
probably
thinking.
just to dodge.
You're like this, your sword is strapped there, and you've got a pommel coming towards your face. You don't really have many
I
options.
so hope you
I'm
pummel
gonna
him.
I'm gonna
Like,
say.
So do I.
this is like, one of the most epic kind of medieval things to pummel someone.
I'm gonna
Nice
say
spat,
he
sorry.
drops the sword and jumps back. That is my attempt.
Declaration.
We still have to roll off for that, though.
We do.
So he does a combat roll minus his weapon bonus, obviously.
Well, he's not doing anything offensive.
No, but he still doesn't get any weapon bonus because he doesn't have a weapon.
No, I know.
Out of Nim, Googles entered rightly and runs into a Shad video. That's awesome.
Nice.
Sweet.
Okay. Base 3, 2, 1. Actually, no, it'd be athletics, wouldn't it? Or acrobatics to try
But
and jump
it
back.
depends. It's either one. Whatever
Jazz
you have
up.
higher in.
Yo,
You can either try
What
and
you should
sprint
really
or
do,
roll.
and this is the thing that they did in history, you unscrew the pummel and throw it at
I
just
know,
roll,
it's a
like,
very
bang.
funny.
I'd go acrobatics. Right.
I was
That's.
hoping-
Hang on.
That's
This
one
is an
roll.
assist, right?
Oh, yeah.
He has to assist his combat roll with
Hey,
that.
hey,
No,
hey,
that's the roll. That's the roll. He
assist
gets a
roll.
-2 on his combat roll now because he assisted with acrobatics.
Just, that's the
You
roll,
rolled
baby.
that. That's an assist with acrobatics. The minimum assist is challenge level 3, meaning because he didn't reach it, it's a -2 to his combat roll.
That's the risk with assists.
And there's -1 dice for unarmed.
Yep.
Awesome. Yay! Okay, so
Oh man, you're gonna pummel him. That's wicked.
okay, 1, 2, 3. I did not expect it to go this well. 1, 2, and then I won't get my weapon bonus home.
I have to
You
admit,
said.
this is gonna make Carter look pretty full on.
It is. I didn't expect this to happen because I made a really stupid move to walk out just like la da 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 da.
But now it's gonna be like I meant this the whole time.
Exactly. 1, 2, 3. So I got a level 2 win.
On
Which-
top of
Yeah, at this point I'm gonna do a level 2 injury, but it's gonna be like I'll like smack him in the trachea, so that obviously you're not gonna recover from that in a single round, like in a combat
Fair point.
thing of combat. So
Considering he was like this and you've hit him upwards, I would say he's like... I wouldn't say he's prone. I'd say he's definitely like... fucked up.
yeah, he could have like bitten his tongue off, or
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's a pretty or
Yeah.
teeth loss or
he
something.
would be grounded though.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's level 3.
massively disoriented, but
Massively disoriented, I would
yeah,
go.
like he'd probably be stumbling around. He may not fall, but it's a
His
-2.
teeth would be smashed
With,
and all
with
kinds
enough
of shit.
force, that could break his jaw. Like serious. Like
Yeah.
pummel. Like where do you think
I
the term
would
pummel
say-
someone to death comes from?
I would say he's definitely staggered if you have to make another roll against him.
At this point, I continue to walk out because I want him to follow me out. I don't want to make too much mess in the inn.
Yeah. Okay, fair point.
And I just calmly hold my sword, pull out my shield, and stand and start to get into a really calm, peaceful battle stance. Breathe in and breathe out.
It feels really weird to be rolling against myself.
I also yell, "Lar!" That's a really lame battle call. "Lar! Come to my rescue, Lar!" Everyone needs to do it in like harmonies, so someone goes la la
Right. This
la,
is
la,
Relic's roll.
la, la.
Against the person he's going against, and all he's really trying to do is just kind of...
Say this again. This
This
is
is Relic's roll
Relic's.
against the one he's versing.
Yep.
He's pulled out his shield, and basically what he's going to try and do is shove him, and then...
So
Over
kind
the
of
top.
shield bash and stab.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
6.
6.
You crazy person.
6.
Now remember, armor is in play,
Armor is
and
in
it's a
play.
permanent damage reduction.
Yeah.
So depending on what the opponent will roll, will depend on the victory level, and then choosing.
We're killing king's messengers.
Yeah, bounty on your head.
Lord
and like,
messengers. They're Visigs.
Lord's messengers. Oh, good. Is Visig disliked?
No, not necessarily.
good thing is, if no one finds out that it's you, They won't know.
That's true.
They don't have forensic,
true.
crime scene
Townspeople might look
investigation
after
in
us.
this period.
'Cause
Well,
we're
that's
looking
it.
after
We've been no trouble over the past few days, really.
And these guys have been jerks, so the town
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, it was just some bandits or something.
Don't forget to try and announce your roles as well, because
Right.
SoundCloud won't be
Yeah,
able
that's
to.
true.
Okay, so that was the opponent of Relic, one of the guardsmen in the black armor, rolling against him, and he got 4. Against Relic 6, which is a level 2 win, which I'm checking my cheat sheet.
It needs to be done, Ed.
It does, it
Yeah.
does.
Well, that being said, even a level 2, that's like that could be like not necessarily like immediately killing, but if it's not treated within the next few hours, they could die. So it could
but-
cut a major.
But armor. If he chooses to injure him, the armor might just be able to shrug it off. This
that's
is why
true.
it might be better to trip him up. And then dagger
You
him!
can only trip at level 3.
Yes.
What can you do at
Disarm,
level
maybe.
2?
Disarm.
And that's it.
Or choose anything lower than
Yeah.
a level 2 victory.
You'd be better off disarming him.
What weapon is Relic using?
Wait, is he
Relic
in
is
close
using-
combat?
No, not current. Oh, they're close, but I wouldn't say
Well-
it's close.
Well, then
combat.
why don't you do that? Because then he can use his weapons and they don't get their weapon bonus.
What weapon is Relic using?
He's got a longsword.
Longsword?
He gets that bonus as well.
And what's the armor rating of the guys fighting?
Where are armor ratings on here? Are they on here?
I've
No.
got him here, Dorian. I'll help you out. What armor? Just describe it to me.
It's like really sleek looking black plate. I wouldn't say it's extremely strong,
Yep.
but it's more ornamental.
Well, that would be.
than anything.
Does he have? All right. So that's chest protection. Is he wearing protection on the arms and legs?
Yep.
He would have something on. So 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and if it's a helm, 5.
5. Okay.
So these guys are pretty decked out. Then that's 5 points of armor.
I almost feel like his short swords. Is he using his dagger?
Who?
Is this Relic?
Is there like
No,
piercing
this
damage
is
and
the
stuff?
relic.
Yeah, that's the.
Who's doing the stabbing?
Reducing armor
Stabbing.
points.
Yeah, the stabbing was Relic.
Did he win?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how does
So
it
this
work?
is who then?
I'll wait until
What?
this goes done.
Who, is this now Raiden?
No, this is still Relic. We're trying to decide what happens to Relic's opponent.
My mic fell off.
Well, if he's using a dagger,
He's not
Then
using a
it's-
dagger.
He's
Oh.
using a long. Hey, arming sword or longsword?
Longsword.
Two-handed?
No,
Then it's an arming sword.
it's a longsword.
He's using a longsword one-handed.
He's yes.
He's big.
okay.
Alrighty.
I think it would have to be a damage attack, and it would be negated by armor.
Well, no, it's Rob's choice.
No,
'cause he's
I
controlling
reckon.
the
Yeah, we'd take off 2 of the armor. I'd say.
It's permanent if you're using hardcore
Yeah.
rules. Won't do squat.
It doesn't deduct it. It means he has to beat that every time.
Oh,
yeah.
motherfucker.
It's way harder
Which is why
now.
a dagger is better because there's no
Yeah.
armor reduction with a dagger. So if you did that with a dagger,
Just-
it would have
Just so
done
you know
2
as
points
well,
of injury.
Relic's weapon reduces opponent's armor by 3 points. So the opponent's armor is effectively 2.
So you've done 2 points. So you've done
but
0
you can
points.
still reduce it. So
How do we note our things? What's my armor
Yeah, this
thing
is
and what's
really-
my weapon
really
thing?
Confusing.
it's actually
You
not,
were all like,
but
"Use
it's not
hardcore."
Yeah.
confusing, but it's,
Yeah,
if
no,
you
I'll
write it
get
down.
it. We haven't done it before. That's
Yeah.
my excuse.
We have, just not with you playing,
Oh, well,
unfortunately.
So
You've been
medium
left
armor,
out.
which is a little bit of plate and some leather.
okay.
and-
So anything I get above a level 2 win
Yeah,
is damage. So basically,
Yes.
I've done squat to him.
but
yeah.
that's why you either
Take
choose
his
to
weapon.
disarm or
Right.
to
Should yeah. Okay. Then the hit with the shield has knocked the sword out of Mr. Ponty Black Armor's hand.
Ponzi.
Ponty. Yeah.
Where's the armor stuff? Because I want to look up
Right
what
there.
mine would be. Okay. While this is happening, just for clarification as to my combat style, because I'm a fucking violent brute in combat, if you called out before to me, I've drawn, but I won't let go of my arrow until you say fire. So I'll just be sitting there like full drawn until you say fire.
Hang on. You are tough as an ox, but holding back that much.
Well, obviously I'm
you would be
getting
ready to draw. That's
Yeah.
That's what you would be doing.
Okay.
Sorry, the movie.
So you're basically my backup sniper.
Essentially, yeah. Because the other thing, you know how you're saying before how me riding on a bear is OP. My character does not fight on his bear in a fight. His bear fights separately. to
Yeah, I
him.
imagined.
Okay, so, yeah.
Okay, so does the man who I conked in the bottom of the head, does he sort of follow me out, or is he starting to give up?
Oh, he's like kind of recovering and he's going to follow you. But I was going to deal with Raiden's person first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Just to let you know, Jazza, you're using an arming sword, one-handed sword.
Yep.
That will reduce an opponent's armor by 2.
how do arrows work in my
Okay,
situation?
and then
'Cause
armor. So I have a little bit of plate and leather armor, and then I have my massive shield, but I'll have to have that separate.
Yeah, no, the shield stacks with everything else.
Yeah, I just want to list it separately.
All
in
right,
case.
so you judge it by upper body protection, arm protection, and leg protection. Upper body can usually stack twice. So if you have like Gambison with plate, that's 2 points. Okay?
Confirm with me.
I'll
Charge.
just say the Gambison. So 1 point.
What does that mean?
And they have to declare it, okay? But they get a additional d6 dice to roll with.
Okay.
I only
It's up to narrator's decision if there's enough room to get the momentum.
I would say that Ryden has definitely charged from the table he was currently gambling at to the person that he's going to engage.
Okay. There is a counter to charge called Brace, and that can flip charge on its head and really screw people
So
over. But
if
that's
the
only if the opponent has enough time
react in time,
to... Yeah. So if they have high reflex and someone declares they're charging, the person who's got high reflex who declares after can say, well, I'll brace against him.
how does one brace with the sword? Is it something like where you sit down like that with one leg forward?
Basically. Yeah, you just get ready to use their momentum against them.
Okay.
I need a roll for reflex. Okay. That means Ryden was lower.
Now, also, there is nothing wrong if you just want to say, this happens with the NPCs.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay then.
You're the narrator. You can just...
Right.
it could be, you could just roll a destiny roll and
Yeah.
see if it's good or bad and
You,
sort of
you don't
just...
have to go through step by step.
Because manually doing...
20. Ryden charges the person in armor, knocks him over.
That's much more streamlined.
And
Yeah.
he falls on like a fucking
Kicks
something,
his
an axe.
ass.
No.
Is
And
there
That's a
anyone
20. That's
outstanding?
like...
I don't
He
know.
could have like
There's
flipped
still the one
and...
that Ralik's going for. Anyway, so as he brings him down, Ryden's short sword just straight through the eye holes of the helmet.
It was a 20.
It was a 20. For those that didn't know, the Destiny roll was a 20.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's one down.
Okay, so guy stumping out, coming towards me. I'm
He's
in my
picked up his sword.
I'm in my stance, and I'm sort of a fair distance out to the point where I can say, "This is your last warning. If you continue to charge at me, you will die, and I won't have to lift a finger." How does he react?
How is he going to kill
He
me
needs
without
to
lifting a
perceive me
finger?
if he wants to try and see me.
I know.
Hey,
I've got a backup
you
sniper.
do, yeah.
How do my arrows work in this situation? Because my arrows aren't normal arrows.
He
They're like-
stretches.
Yeah, it would have
And
to be
then
Rob's
braces
fault, but I
himself
would say
again
they
with
have
his sword,
decent
ready to
armor
take you
reduction
on.
him, like maybe 4 or 5 even.
Cool. At this point, Mackie, I go, "La!" Slam my shield, and I like duck behind it, and I like signal to you to do your
Fire.
thing.
Okay, so I'm just going to draw, pull back, and just release. So,
You have to roll for your bow though.
for my what?
Your bow.
I can picture hearing this, hunk of massive wood crack.
Considering how big you are, and like you're probably really practiced with this, because it's over 100 meters away, as you said it was 150
I might
before,
keep falling
I'll take
off.
it down 1, so you're currently in the long range to 100 meters territory. You're hitting a stationary target behind 50% cover, because he's in front of him.
Okay.
No. I'm sideways to in the town square. He can sort of see
Oh, okay.
down. It's like a straight shot for this dude.
Okay then.
There's
Yep.
no cover. He's in the middle of town
That's challenge
thinking
level.
he's going to fight me.
Challenge level 6.
And does he get any bonus for flanking
Okay,
or whatever?
so
Well, I would say so, because you can't see him.
In fact, not even flanking. This guy gets no defense.
No, he wouldn't.
you wouldn't get a defense roll. That's why
So-
Rob is assigning a challenge level just to hit.
Yeah, true.
So 3, which is your base stats, plus any weapon skill,
2.
plus the
Strength.
natural weapon. Yeah, no, that's I don't know. You're stacking the 3 is your abilities, including your strength. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, yeah,
3
you're
base,
right.
yeah.
3 base plus 3, which is your abilities, including your strength, plus any weapon skill,
2.
plus the weapon bonus.
Which is?
2.
Well, that's kind of up to Rob.
Weapon bonus, 2. At range.
Yeah, 2.
Okay.
Or, I mean, technically we might be able to use it as a heavy ballistic.
That's
Essentially,
that's a joke, yeah.
essentially, it's a ballista, but all right. So
Now, you do
So
have
what's
to go
the challenge
through armor.
level?
It's 6 to hit him.
Arrows would have a armor reduction of like at least 4.
Big bow. Big arrows.
So, what, 6 armor reduction?
I don't know. As I said,
Yeah.
I've got to say, if this thing hits him, it's like a fucking joust thing,
no,
but
I would agree.
worse. So
If-
I can't
you
say
can-
there'd be armor
if you
reduction.
can actually
Hit him.
Hang on.
exceed 6, I'll give you 2 injury levels for every dice you exceed it with.
Okay, fuck.
So, it's a difficult
So
shot.
if you hit
though.
7, is injury level 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Destiny.
But it's destiny points.
So I hit him,
Yeah.
but it's not going to do any damage.
It'll glance off his armor at the moment.
Can I assist him?
It'd be so badass. if
There's
you
got
did.
to be a.
I may as well. So I'm just going to hit him with a... I'll just use a destiny point and...
You hit him with the 1?
Now this is stacked because he has 2 points of injury and there's just further 2 points of injury.
Yeah, but that doesn't increase it to a fatal.
No,
injury,
it doesn't. But my point
it's
is,
a negative stack.
his rolls now.
That wasn't with a defense roll on his.
Can I dismember him?
You know what? What I feel like we should do, because you're still standing outside the inn,
Yeah.
and you can feel free to shut me down and pitch what you want, but I'm going to say, you hit him like square in the shoulder, and you've now pinned him to the wall.
So he's just like...
The spear has just gone straight through and literally pinned him to the wall.
Okay. Can I want to make it his sword arm,
Yeah.
if possible. Okay. So,
That was awesome.
alright.
I calmly stand up. I turn to the distant horizon.
Meanwhile, everyone inside hears this.
Well, the arrow would probably...
Yeah.
Would the arrow go... how deep would it
Look,
go?
we
into
have
his
been
body?
over.
There's no unpinning without concerted
They're not the
effort.
size of spears, but the arrow shafts would be something like this, which
Yeah.
is, pretty.
He's not going to be able to go ooh or even cut it off or anything like that. So he's kind of fucked right now.
No, you could try and snap it. It's snappable.
With a combat roll with -4 and
Oh, he's injured. Yeah, he's hurt. So.
the fact that his sword arm is fucked.
Yeah, he might be stuck there.
Yeah. So
It's going to be his weaker arm. Anyway, so he's pinned to the wall. His face is fucked from getting hit in the pommel, and his sword arm's nailed to the wall. Back to you. What's
I
happening?
turn to you in the distance and give a nod of gratitude, and I sort of calmly walk towards this man pinned
And
to
then
the
He's
wall.
just like screaming, ah! Ah! Trying to pull it out. But he
I
can't.
did warn you.
Fuck you!
A little social grace goes a long way, my friend. If you haven't learned this in the last 13 seconds, there's nothing more I can teach you.
How far away are you?
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't. The most he could do is spit at me.
He spits at you.
This guy's practically dead. Like, he can't move. Is he suspended off the ground?
No. He's kind of, I would say he's slightly lower, so it's pinning him down, so his feet are kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knowing I gave this man every warning, every chance at being polite, I'm really pained with the fact that I lift my sword and I just lean into his neck and finish him off.
I'm drawing another arrow, getting ready, and like while this is happening, there's a big bellowing like in the background.
He's like crazy Santa Claus,
Yeah.
jungle Santa.
Presence of arrows from my father.
Ho ho ho!
And this is what Carter does to people who are rude to him.
Okay, so we go back
He gives
inside.
his manners.
He gives him a chance to not be a dick, but because he doesn't actually like
I
killing
haven't gotten
people.
my turn yet.
I know, that's what I said. We're going back inside.
Yeah.
And,
So at this point, I'm in the doorway. I look in, and what happened?
right, so Ralik has just shoved that person off with his shield and they've dropped his sword. And you're.
Yeah, like I said, sword, right.
Can you roll? I want to say you're to the side of them. So I'd say you're getting flanked. You're flanking.
Oh yeah, I was coming up from behind.
I didn't have
Okay,
flanking
yeah.
bonus
Yeah.
before, actually.
Like, would he even get a defense roll?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's still technically fighting. No, I wouldn't say he does.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a shield.
Yeah, that's what
He's
I'm
just
thinking.
got armor.
Yeah,
Okay. So you just have to break through armor.
yeah. My weapon has a natural armor reduction of 4.
Cool. So did he get anything bigger than 1?
Is flanking plus 2 wins?
Plus 2 dice.
Oh, thank you.
Oh well, it's too late.
1,
2, 3, 4,
5.
5? 1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Sweet.
How did you hit him again?
Oh yeah, coming up from behind, like, just massive greatsword. Is he in 2? I'm hoping he's in 2.
That was an
Look, I'm not going to say you get the whole way through because he was wearing a full suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you just hear this like grinding of metal and bone. And yeah, you just kind of see his one half of his body just go.
So meanwhile, the guy who has been headbutted, is he still alive?
Oh yeah, he's screaming on the ground. And he's like, "You'll pay for what you've done."
Can Lily go, I'll handle this. I'll handle it.
Perhaps.
And goes to like Relic or something like, trying to push him aside.
He's kind of like, fuck.
She goes down, grabs the guy she just chopped down the thing by the feet.
So she's doing like a Hulk to Thor.
I'm going to deny that one.
Oh, why?
No.
She's strong enough.
Yeah, but it's a little weird.
But that's what she does.
I really don't want to allow it.
Why?
It's just
Too slapstick?
too slapstick.
That's what she does.
I know, but like,
Shad, if it doesn't fit in his world, then I mean...
it's such an odd impulse to have. I mean, I could imagine you walking up and decapitating him with your weapon, but hitting him with a corpse.
It's
She
not going to do
hangs
any...
people by the intestines of their comrades.
But you have a perfectly good serviceable sword. You've got 2, in fact, and you choose to use a body.
I guess his point is just letting off steam.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty OTT way to let off steam in a slapstick way.
Let's
not
just
in a-
say that it happens and the guy drowns on the blood of his foe. Friend. Whatever.
Okay.
This one time, Chef.
This is how she
You give him
flies.
an inch and is taking every mile he can get.
Like, she'll be like, drops it. Oh, I feel so much better.
This
She
is where
walks out
Jarian, the innkeeper, like looks up from behind the bar, and he just goes absolutely crazy. What have you done? Those were Visix men. You've slaughtered them. They were messengers. Oh God, get out of my inn. Just shoves you out.
Lily is walking out and saying, I needed that.
We are called the Blood Brothers for a reason, I guess.
Did,
I saw the whole thing. I was in the doorway. I politely killed the man who was being very rude after all my warnings. And I turn in and I see you brutally kill someone and then pick up a corpse and then brutally kill the other person. And I'm sort of just watching the whole thing, just like...
So at this point, there's blood all over the inn.
There's so much
I was
blood.
thinking that because I was trying to get this man out to like not make a mess of the place, and I look in and you're like, a corpse is flailing like a helicopter.
Yeah.
Blood is like...
Meanwhile, every time she's swinging, he's just like streaming blood everywhere like a sprinkler. Yeah, so all the women in the bar were screaming, except you. Yeah, and then as I said, Jarian's like, get out of my bar, get out of here.
she would have
Really
had a
angrily.
face of serene pleasure. Just like,
Right,
no, actually, no, she would.
So-
She would have been gone a bit berserk.
Relic picks up the drink he was previously drinking, sculls it, and then begins walking out.
Is
I'd
this
say
a
we'd-
classic occurrence for us?
I don't know, is it?
Seems like it would be. Not the whole blood thing, that's a bit messed up. Even my character, I don't think would do that. Anyway, moving on. So we get forced out of town, do we, by this? Or?
No.
They can't force us to do
Yeah.
shit.
So he's asked you to leave the inn.
Well, in a
Quite
very
for-
angry
in,
way.
in a very angry way, yes.
At this point, we're sort of... We know we've overstayed our welcome and
Lily turns to the nearest whoever is amongst this group, who's closest.
That would be Raiden.
Right, and she looks, is right, I can't remember who Raiden is.
Raiden is dual short swords.
Okay, turns to Raiden like, does this kind of thing happen a lot around you guys?
Yeah.
She walks up to Carter and holds out her hand.
Whoa.
I accept your invitation. And she shakes it happily.
At this point, Carter's thinking to
So-
himself, this is a seriously damaged young girl. She's also very capable. So I'm like conflicted because I think to myself, well, she doesn't need protection, but she's obviously very, very messed up and probably needs some positive influence in her life. And it's not going to be from being on a own and randomly coming across rude people like I had to deal with. So I guess, again, someone under my wing is not something I would reject. Carter thinks to himself, so he shakes a hand and says, maybe best gather your things and we should
I got
feel we've
everything.
overstayed our welcome at this point.
She looks to whoever's who's like, here, let me join you. My name's Lily.
Raiden.
She's probably got like blood.
Yeah, I'd say you all would. Again, corpse sprinkler.
I turn to Relic and I turn to Raiden and I say, I offered her protection until she found people she was looking for. I'm not so sure she needs it, but at this point I'm not so sure we don't need her.
She can come in handy.
So, what's the name of your mercenary group? You are a mercenary group, I'm guessing.
We go by many names.
At this point I'm sort of laughing to myself and I shake my head and walk out and I'm just like, oh god.
What's your name? I mean, the group I was with were the Iron Dog Mercenaries. Might have. Oh.
At this point I'm halfway up the stairs to my room to go gather my books and things and I just throw back over my shoulder, we're known as the Blood Brothers by some, knowing she'd find that interesting.
It's at this point everyone
She's like-
in the inn is like,
And Lily's like,
In a
makes
good,
sense.
good way or a bad way?
don't know. Everyone just kind of looks shocked.
I'm not even here. I'm just interested in
Yeah.
person. All right.
Right.
Anyway.
At this point, yeah, so I come down with all my stuff and I also walk up to the bar and put a coin down that covers as much as I can that makes sense.
He just kind of looks at you like,
So they're intimidated as a fuck. Basically, they're so intimidated right now.
not so
As
much,
you would be.
not so much by the act of what you've just done.
But who we are.
Yeah.
I say sincerely, I'm very grateful for your hospitality. All the best with you. And I head out towards La to let him know that we're packing up and heading towards Veric. Veric?
Derek.
Yeah. So we should probably make our way westwards.
As they say, me looking the most normal of the lot of them because they're all covered in blood.
I'd say he's pretty clean right now.
Yeah.
I mean, his feet, maybe his cloak if they'd been walking
So
through
you've
it.
joined us?
My cloak still has Lily's blood on it.
Yeah.
I will have watched it over the last few days.
Lily
sorry,
is
yeah.
like looking at it like, you're the one I first met.
Yeah, I'm kind of the scout.
She
in
goes
the
out like
clothes.
right, like as close as she can. It's like, don't you ever take off my clothes again. Thank you, Cody Bear.
What did she say? Oh, yay! Cody Bear's hosting.
I just say,
Thanks, Cody.
so you don't want me to tend to your wounds if you're ever injured?
You're confusing me. And she turns away.
Does she not realise that I...
Yeah, she did, but that was her response.
It's a paradox.
Exactly. You see?
She can't process it.
Okay.
That's like giving you permission to touch her and assuming that she will one day be injured.
Anyway, La doesn't really have the social interactions of a normal person, despite being taught somewhat by Carter. So at this point, he's kind of like, whatever. And he, as we get ready to go, I'm jumping on Twee and starting to head west. And I've also
Go west.
sent
out in the
Taka
old-
to
Lily is looking
start
very
scouting.
cautiously at your bear. So, is your pet?
No,
Okay.
he's a friend. He's as much a member of the Blood Brothers as anyone in this band.
Hey, that's nice. Lily walks up. What's his name?
Her name is Twee.
Twee?
Twee. T-U-I.
Can I pat Twee?
I wouldn't recommend it.
So, while you guys are having this
She goes,
discussion,
I'll
Leon
grow on you.
Leon is walking in from the north over a hill with holding a girl's hand.
Oh, God.
Ah, right. Hey, was Leon not there the whole time?
No.
At this point, I sort of arrive up to.
Some random girls.
I'm like, you missed an unfortunate interaction, and at this point, as you might guess, we're heading out of town, westward.
Well, yeah, there'd still be a guy like pinned to the wall and blood all over everybody.
He must see it even from a distance.
Yeah, I think you'd notice it. Doing,
Does he pick up
That's
his
about
face or
normal.
anything, or?
no.
What's it been, 3 days? Yeah, that's average.
He's the good-looking one, isn't he?
Yeah, I got it wrong before, and the chat pointed it out. It was very frustrating. Anyway, so Ryden, as he walked out, he went over to the stables where those 4 people left their horses, and he starts going through their bags.
Ryden's the attractive one. I'm so confused.
So both Leon and Ryden are attractive, right?
Sorry,
they're,
yeah, okay.
They're very friendly.
But Ryden's the playboy.
They kind of both are. They're very similar. It's why they get along.
Okay, I need to try and remember that.
Ryden's the dual sword.
Yes, Ryden.
Leon's
is
the brother of
yes.
Relic.
Yes, right. But Ryden's going through their bags and just taking a shitload of money.
Are we not taking their horses? Do you guys
Yeah,
have
I
horses?
don't know why I paid the bartender with my money. I suppose it's for the trouble we cause, but yeah, it would make sense that we loot the purses of these people, but I probably don't need to bother with that, so.
Do they have horses?
They did. They had 4 horses. 4 good horses.
No,
mind
like
you.
these guys.
Do we have?
Do you want horses?
We do now.
You have 4 horses.
Good horses!
Lily's still kind of looking at the bear, and then she looks up at you. So what's your name?
My name is Law.
La.
Yes.
Your name is La.
Yes.
La. Is that your name? La.
I'm just shaking my head, and I tap Twee on the back of the head, signaling which is a signal to move.
It's like, I kind of like it. La. La la.
I sort of like
La
mouth
la
to...
la 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 la.
In a
That's
big,
the Smurf theme song.
in the
Right,
Why
so,
is that
so I got to
fit
ask, who gets the 4 horses? You're probably not there because you're talking to Lars.
Well, considering that we have 4 people who don't have bear mounts,
we have more than that. We have 5 people that don't.
I know we do, but
who's the lowest rank?
I was going to say we could have her mount on someone's horse with them, but no, she's
Too heavy.
a big fatty.
Well, you don't know that.
No,
I
we
do.
don't. That's true.
You don't know that at all.
Okay, so we assume that the 4 horses go to the 4 men, and that, and then I go to, I turn to
Lily.
Lily, and I say, "Now I understand you're not a fan of close proximity, but would you mind if we shared a horse?"
Oh, horses don't like me.
Why is that?
That she starts to like blush real bright, wet red, embarrassed. They just they don't like me. And she kind of, looking very embarrassed about something.
You need to get yourself a bear.
Hang
out
on,
of
hang
context.
on. Just out of context, a person who weighs that amount would be able to ride a horse.
Yeah,
It'd have
but
to be a real big horse.
she has the
They are.
disabling.
They're big.
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah.
like
She has
war
a-
horses.
She has the disabling characteristic heavy, which gives her a natural -1 in ride all the time.
So she doesn't.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't want to.
So not only is she really heavy,
I could see if I could find a cart that you could travel in.
We'll get a flatbed for you.
they don't like me either.
How do you prefer to travel?
I just walk or run. That's fine.
You sure?
She's got 4 points in athletics. She can run the cross country and she'll be fine.
Well, if you'd like to run alongside me, if at any point you'd like to have a break and swap, I'd be happy
Oh,
to.
that's fine. I
lend
can
you-
run all day.
Well,
I've been doing it since I was
Gonna
3.
need to. You got to be a week and a half ride from here in 4 days.
we'll see how
Why
you
for
go,
that?
but if any
'Cause you were
point
supposed
you're
to meet
weary,
in a
I'm
week.
happy to lend you the horse. Anyway, we should be on our way.
Technically, though, with it, if you wanted to build the stats for a cross-country marathon sprinter, she has them.
Yeah.
2 points in strength, 4 points in athletics. So
Yeah.
All right, let's go then.
Yep, so we get our horses, load up, and
Taka.
head off into the sunset.
Okay.
Wait, east, west, sunsets, west. Yeah, we head off into the sunset.
Yep.
Quite literally.
So, are there going to be any other guys coming wanting to fight? Just asking.
Undoubtedly.
Usually.
It's generally how things go.
Oh, I'm going to like it with you guys.
You're a strange creature, Lily.
And close.
The end of chapter 2.
No, that's the finale.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
We shall see you next
See you
time.
next episode.
See you guys.
guys.
Bye.